We have prepared our extended landscape beds and completed all of our plantings. Stay tuned for the reveal. Randy and I have worked the last 5 days to complete this project. So come along and we'll show you what we did to prepare the beds and do all the plantings. We began preparing the bed for additional potting mix to be placed on top. But because we had quite a bit of grass in that area, if you'll recall, it was a grassy area before we moved the stone border forward. So to suppress the grass, rather than trying to dig it up around all of those roots of the river birch tree, we laid down some cardboard first. This is kind of like sheet mulching in a way. So after the cardboard, then you can put your soil, topsoil mixed with compost. There are a variety of things that you can use. Before applying your potting mix or your soil, whatever you're choosing to use, it's really important to wet that cardboard down really well, which is what Randy's doing here. We chose to just mix more batches of our potting mix. We already had those products, and so that's what we did. Now we have a good base. It's all filled in. And the next thing to do was to start the sprinkler and let that water kind of settle it in a bit before we start the next steps. Literally, the next steps. After locating and placing some stones we had around the property for some additional pathway steps, it was time to start planting. But first we had to move the variegated liriope from its previous border to the current edge. Additionally, I had some bulbs, various irises that I had put along that border edge before we had done the liriope. And I wasn't happy. They didn't always come up. They were in the wrong spots. So along the way, we also were digging up those bulbs, and I would cut off the edges and save the bulb for planting in the future in a different location. When Randy and I first put in the landscaping up next to the house many years ago, we had planted some nandinas, I think maybe 5, and 4 had lived. Last year, when we were planting the white hydrangeas in front of the pittosporum and the tea olives, I wanted to move the nandinas. We did move 2 of them, which was in a landscape video last year. But 2 of them that were tucked in the back, Randy didn't want to move. Well, now it's time to move them. So first I needed to trim them up, and then we transplanted. Relocating more plants. We had so many variegated liriopes that, liriope? I can never say that word, that I decided to put some up by the steps, and actually we even have more that we can move later on if we desire to. These 2 drifts of heucheras were the last plants that we had to dig up and relocate. And now we finally get to start planting some new things along with relocating the old. This is often what we run up against: rocks and tree roots. I don't want to move this plant over. This is where it needs to go, so I'm going to do my best to kind of divide that root ball. Now, you may have seen earlier in the videos me using biotone with mycorrhizae. It's my favorite, but I'm out now. And plantone is really good too. And I think they've updated the formula of this, because it says here, exclusive biotone formula. So, check the back, but I think they put mycorrhizae in the plant tone, so it's good too. I don't really measure with the plant tone or the biotone. It's a very gentle organic fertilizer, so I just mix it in with the native soil there. We're going to see what we can do with this root ball. Well, honestly, I think it's a little too deep, so I may be able to add more soil because it's better for it to be up a little higher than low. So I'm going to just let it sit on top of that root. A little more of this since I covered a lot of it up. And this is a Dwarf Gardenia. And with these, the more shade they get, the more likely they are to bloom all summer. But you can see here, they are just loaded with blooms. And you can deadhead if you want, if it bothers you. Doesn't really bother me.
Take me anywhere that you want. I don't even care if we come back again. And as long as the stars are shining above us, then I just wanna be where you are. I don't wanna close my then I might miss a moment of you. And as long as the sun shines upon us, and I just wanna be where you are. 'Cause with you I feel no fear. And when you hold me, all my wounds are healed. When I'm with you, I feel safe. There is no pretending, no need to escape. And I know I just wanna be where you are. I know everything has an end, and I know that we are not getting any younger. But as long as there is time, I will walk beside you. 'Cause I just wanna be where you are. 'Cause with you I feel no fear. And when you hold me, all my wounds are healed. When I'm with you, I feel safe. There is no pretending, no need to escape. Then
Purple Chablis dead nettle, also known as lamium. It is a perennial in my zone, and I decided to buy perennials that would flower to go in front of all of the variegated liriope all along the front of the stone walkway. Nandinas, these are the two that we transplanted from up earlier in our landscaping, and they're doing great. Drinking Gourd Hosta. Boy, I just love this hosta. Here's a picture of Jenny from Creekside Nursery, Gardening with Creekside on YouTube, and that is her Drinking Gourd hosta. It's absolutely huge. I planted 3 of the Drinking Gourd hostas under the canopy of the tree. There's the 3rd one. Expanding this left side of the landscape bed, I wanted it to be cohesive with what we had already planted on the right side of the stone steps. And so scattered throughout, you're going to see some Francie hostas. This heuchera was one of 2 that I moved from the right side to the left. And then in the center, these are some new ones, and they're called Forever Purple. Both sides I planted them in front of the gardenias. These are some new heucheras, actually heucherellas, a little bit smaller than heucheras, that I've added to both sides of the landscape bed, and they are called Gold Zebra. In this beautiful pot, I planted Proven Winner's Endless Illumination. It's a Brualia bush violet, and it will bloom once it starts blooming until frost. It'll get about 12 to 16 inches in height. Around the new stepping stones and some of the older stones, I added some moss, and I started to plant some creeping jenny. I will need to put more down under the new stones so that it will look matched. Randy and I are in love with this variety of Nandinas, Gulfstream. Here we planted 1, 2, 3, and a little on up the way in the same bed, I planted 2 more. This is a grouping of Hellebores and Astilbe. This is the wedding party mix. I mean, Hellebores only bloom really in the winter, so they're about done for the season. Well, they are done for the season. But the purpose for planting them there was because across the way I have more Hellebores and pink Astilbes, so I wanted to match it on both sides. The original garden bed didn't change too much. We relocated the heucheras forward and added 3 of the Forever Purples, added 2 gardenias, and a couple of the Gold Zebra heucherellas.
From the city, it's been so long since we've been gone. I wanna feel that summer feel, but I don't wanna go if you ain't with all alone. So tell me, baby, where would you like to go? Maybe we'll drive from coast to coast, only to where we love the most. I'm taking you. Come and take a seat next to me, babe. Let this pretty view take your breath away. Baby, we deserve a break from our old ways. Anywhere's home when you're with me. Come and take a seat next to me, babe. Let this pretty view take your breath away. Baby, we deserve a break from our old ways. 'Cause I'm taking you to paradise, paradise. You know where we're going tonight, going tonight. Paradise, paradise. I'm taking you to paradise, paradise. I don't even care about the price, care about the price, yeah. Paradise, paradise. I'm taking you, paradise.